Hey, welcome back to Fixing Things. We're here in the garage with my son, and today, well, you've seen the caption on the thumbnail thingy, right? We're gonna redo my F350's interior. So today we're gonna start on, I'm not sure if my son Billy, Deacon Billy, if he'll be here through the whole thing, but we're gonna get as much as we can get done. So I got his help. So if I can get the headliner down, we're gonna replace the headliner, and I got brand new seat covers for the front seats. I'm gonna go ahead and order seat covers for the back seat. Some stuff spilt on it and got a big hole in it. I thought it wasn't that bad, but it's pretty bad. So today we're gonna do that on this episode of Fixing Things with Pastor Bill and my son. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the front seats and put them in the garage, and then we're gonna start working on taking the garbage out of the ceiling so that we can get the headliner down and pull that down. I have no idea. He did his, it looks great. So I'll show you a picture of that. He's gonna start with Torx on the seats, but all I have is Allen wrenches. So it will work. All right, he's starting to take the stuff out of the seats out of my truck. And here's my son's. He's got a brother truck like mine. And he did the headliner in it, and he just bought the headliner material. Okay, my hair's sticking up. It's really frosty. And I'll show you. So you can see his headliner came out absolutely beautiful. You still smell the glue in here. And then he also put a board up underneath there so he can mount his TV up in there. And it all came out really, really nice. So I want to do mine. I also gave him his new, the camera. New bottom seat that matches. I got him that for Christmas. So it just looks so good. So we're gonna go over there and get that done. Get those seats out of there because we're gonna replace, I got new seat covers. OEM seat covers for my black truck. 350,000 miles and she still looks good. That's what I'm talking about. My son, he's probably already ready to install the headliner. All right, let me get over here and help him. So right now my son is taking the really tight bolts that holds the seat down. You see my seat is in really good shape. This is for ventilation.
So you don't get hot in the summer.
Yeah. Supposedly that's leather and then there's vinyl on the edges or something. It's supposed to be, I don't know. I got new ones. And my headliner is getting saggy. I can't see that. So my headliner is getting saggy. I mean, it still don't look too bad compared to some. But if I put my visors down, it hangs in front of my window. All right. So he's got the front 2 bolts out. Now he's working on the back 2 bolts. Like I said, they're Torx, but
no, these ones are bolts.
These ones are bolts, but they don't have Torx. All right, my son is working on the driver's seat. He already pulled it out. Oh, the passenger seat. He says these things here got to come down. I had it down one time before, a long time ago. I took it down before because the little lights on the, there we go. Fixed.
It's out.
I think that stays up there.
Yeah, I think you can leave that part.
It was leaking water, and I had to take it apart to.
You got a mirror on that one? I think I put mine on the wrong side. Yeah, you do.
I got a mirror on both sides.
Special. This is how you know you have a rich person truck. Yeah. Is it? You don't need it. It's got sprinklers all over there. Here. Now, should I get it? Around. That's how. All right, let me get over here.
You got it.
All right, this was the only spot where I had to kind of force it a little bit. All right, so now we got the headliner out. The easy part is removing the fabric.
So why can't we just glue this back down?
Because the foam came off. Then if you try to re-glue it, the glue will come through the stuff.
So we got to take this material off.
Yep.
Man, it's like perfect back here.
Put it back in the truck.
No, we got it this far out, man. We're gonna do it. It was already wearing holes there.
I don't
Now,
know.
this is different.
I can't explain that.
It's the this thing, the flipper downer sun visor
okay.
thing. So we got to take this stuff off, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell am I doing? Maybe my phone will be in good shape.
It's not.
Oh. It was easy over that part. I don't know, my phone looking good, man. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like brand new in there.
The back was immigration. Your new headliner's got foam on it already.
Well, it's glue right over.
Okay, you can try it.
I don't know.
I would do it.
And this we can use as a lay it down device.
So this part sucks. I'm not even gonna lie. You do it if you want. Ah, be careful.
I'm just looking.
No, you're tearing it apart.
What the hell you want me to do? You put resin on this.
I want us to take the brush and get all this foam off. And then resin the whole thing.
What kind of brush? Bark brush?
Wire brush.
I mean, yours came out good, so you're saying we just do that too.
Yeah.
All right, a couple hours later, and we got this all sanded off. The DA sander actually worked pretty good, as long as you go really light with it, and it could easily gouge into it if you ain't careful. But now we're going to put a coat of fiberglass resin on the whole thing. All right, so this is going to be it until tomorrow. We're going to let this resin harden up. You don't want to rush it. I got to take the fabric and lay it out so it's nice and smooth. Right now it's folded up in the box. And
get the wrinkles out.
Got to get the resin off my hands. Resin. Didn't they use resin on the Water World, right?
Yeah.
The Water World project. So Billy said he was already in 2.5 days where we got done. So like I said, I wanted Billy to be here to help me on this one because he already did it. He knows the hard parts. And his didn't come apart as easy as mine did. I don't know why. Both got the same year truck. He says my headliner is built slightly better or different. But I know mine didn't have the suede. It had like a gridded texture to it. So maybe they used a different fabric, so they used a different backer.
I didn't have suede on mine originally.
It didn't? The fabric thingy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't gotta do the resin. I want to do the resin because there's still little fuzzies left on it. Fuzzies. This makes sure it gets through the fuzzies and into the material.
Yeah, the fiber. This is made of fiberglass, very thin fiberglass, and then it's got some like cardboard material on it too. It's flexible. So putting more resin on is just going to give you a firmer base to adhere the stuff, and the stuff is really stretchy. So that's where we're at. Goodness gracious. All right, so I'll be back on this tomorrow, and we'll be putting the headliner out. All right, it's the next day, and the fiberglass resin is all cured, no sticky stick, and I laid out the fabric on there. I opened it last night, and I'm kind of disappointed. It's the right color, and it seems to be a good quality material, from what I understand from the sites that I've been on. But it's got this patch of foam that sticks out. It's supposed to be 60 inches wide, and it's got a 4-inch patch of foam hanging out that's taken away from my 60 inches. So I don't know if it's going to be wide enough or not to do what I need. Now I ordered extra, but you can't patch this stuff in the center, not unless you overlap it and do some kind of fancy stitching and stuff. And I don't plan on doing nothing like that. I just plan on gluing it on there and putting it back in the truck to have a nice new headliner. So let's roll this stuff out and see what it looks like. The edge of the board is here. That's showing an inch. I'm missing an inch, but I'm hanging over an inch. I may be able to just barely get it. Let's get it centered up. Take another piece of PVC pipe and place it across about midway. We're going to take this fabric and fold it over pull it up to the edge of this. Just rub your hand over it, make sure there's no high spots. If there is, brush the little boogers away. Because believe it or not, even though it's got thick foam on it, imperfections will show through. Just like painting. If you got high spots and low spots in your paint, it's going to show. Even a feather line, right? Same thing goes here. I'm not professional, but I think I can do this. So the whole idea is to spray this down really good, come back, spray it down this way. I'm going to let this be my center point right here. I'm going to go past my center point. I'm not going to go down into this groove. And then we're going to work the fabric from the center out all the way around. Looks like I got a piece of wire in here. I went up and picked up 3 cans of the Super 77. I think I got 1 or 2 cans up there. We're going to shake it really good. And this one is made for foam and other stuff too. So high strength. Maybe I need to do a little prayer. Lord, in Jesus' name I pray, Lord, that I don't mess up this headliner. Maybe I'm going too fast, but please protect me. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. So they say your overlap should be right around 50%. So 50% of your last pattern needs to be covered up by your newest pattern. The original headliner didn't overlap. They're saying that when you put the new headliner on, that you want it to overlap and glue it from the back side too, and then trim will still help hold it on. This is the first time I've ever done this, so I am not a professional. So this stuff is actually a type of contact cement, and for your best adhesion, you're supposed to coat both sides. I'm going to have to pull a little bit further because my fabric is kind of showing. Don't want to get the glue on the nice side. It's tacky. Let's see if we can do this. See if we can get most of the wrinkles out of it before we press it down. Once you press it down, that's it. work from your center out. I'm going to try to go to the front, work it to the front. Center, work the center, out to the edges. Right in those grooves, try not to get the stretch. You want it to kind of form to it naturally. That way, it's not going to pull up later. Now we're going to put this on the center going the other way and fold this fabric back the other way. So before I spray the fabric down, I'm going to put a little just to protect it. So we're gonna So in the process of peeling this off, I accidentally unglued that, the fiberglass from the paper board. So I'm going to coat this down in 77. Okay. All right, I got my repair done. And what I want to do is go through and rub all the areas down really good, making sure all the details of the shaping of the board is completely depressed. Got to squeeze all the depression out of the board. So up in these areas where the handles and all that stuff are, there's a lot of detail in the molding. Also, before you take it out to the truck, my son reminded me that you gotta cut your holes before you go take it out there, because you can't find your holes once you shove it up in the area. All right, now that it's all glued down, still got my patch on it, we're going to cut the excess off, leaving a little bit to roll over. All right, I went ahead and moved the heater out of the way. I don't want, at this point, I don't want to mess it up. I went ahead and put a little bit of mineral spirits on my hands and used some hand cleaner to get all the glue and stuff, because the glue will also attract dirt. And if you're rubbing on your product, you could put dirt into your product. So the glue rubs off pretty easy, but mineral spirits takes it off really fast. All right, so as it is now, it can be installed just like it is. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn this thing over. But I don't want to turn it over on this nasty old table. So we're going to put some PVC pipes underneath it, flip it over. That way it's not resting on that dirty old table, because that's one of my lay it down devices. And you know, grease and oil. We took the transmission out of the me-haul truck with that piece of wood. So what I don't want is to get that oil on my brand new headliner, right? Let's say something. So we're gonna put some PVC pipes underneath it. That one's a little long, but it'll be all right. I mean, there's dirt on the board. All right, so now is where we're gonna, we got all these holes that need to be gone through, and that way we can get our screws through it. Not only that, we got these areas here, which also need to be kind of rolled over. And the lights on the front and the back, and on the side. We also have holes on the side where screws and stuff and handles come through. We want to make sure all those things are visible from the other side. So let's see if we can't do some cutting on it. And then we're going to spray and fold it over best we can. So I'm going to take my razor knife this time. And we'll do that all the way around, cutting the holes, that way we can see them. Now that I cut myself again with the razor, we're gonna fold. I should probably take care of that so I don't get blood everywhere. I'll be back. All right, got me a Band-Aid on, that way I don't mess up the fabric. Go through this whole thing just to mess it up at this point would be stupid. And I often do sketchy things. All right, so what we're gonna do is put a coat of glue on this. Maybe I should wipe that down. What we're gonna do is just kind of gently roll it over with a little, very little tension. Start from the center, work your way around. And what this is gonna do is this is an area where it could pull away later, and this just kind of gives you a little bit of reinsurance that it's not going to pull away. And it's going to make a really nice hole from the other side. So at this point, the headliner is done. It's sitting on its back side. We got all the corners done, all wrapped around, all the seams. When I took the thing apart, there's plenty of play to go up and down with the screws and putting in the covers and all that stuff. So we shouldn't have a hard, it took me and Billy to get it out without damaging it. Maybe I can get it in without damaging it. Let's roll this thing over and see what it looks like. It looks good. So you can tell my holes look nice all the way around. Everything is showing. And this thing is ready to put in. All we gotta do now is, if I can't, then my son said he was gonna be here to help me this evening around 2. It's probably around 11 or 12 o'clock right now, I think. I don't know. I can't check. I don't know. But I'm going to attempt to get it in myself. It's not heavy. It's just fragile. That was easier than it came out. All right, I believe I got to get my door seals back off at the tops. And then we can slide it up there. So right over there, the pillar, right over there, you got the pillar, and you want to shoot this up over top of it. That's going to hold it back while you get the front up. All right, it's got these little grommets thingies, and they pretty much hold it up in place in 4 spots, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. And so the back is already semi-supported by the pillar column trim pieces, and I'm going to attempt to put these in on the front holes, if I can remember which ones they were, and get those in place. One went in. And the second one went in. It's looking good. It's looking good. I'm glad I went ahead and redid it and not just tried to fix it. There's videos out there on fixing them, and I contemplated doing it both ways. I'm glad. Let's get the 2 push and pull thingies on the there, get out of here. On the back side. Alright, gotta get my glasses on. All the stuff is in the way. It's got a slot hole. Light's not on. Problem is, when it's up close, I can't see without my lenses on. Oh yeah, that makes a big difference. Oh, my duck is coming out to help me with the truck. Oh, come here, baby girl. Yeah, such a good girl. Such a good girl you are. Yes, you are. Yeah. Such a good girl. Such a pretty girl. Yes, you are. She's definitely my duck now. She's not going nowhere. She likes to be around. She follows me around everywhere I go. She's still not too keen on the puppies. She's a good girl though. It looks like it tickles her when you do that. She goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. Is that tickly, huh? Is that tickly? All right, Daddy's got to go back to work, okay? Daddy's got to go back to work. That's a good girl. Don't let me step on you. Looking good. I am so glad I did it this way. Ow. D-U-N done. Man, this bad boy looks good. All right, let me show you around the neighborhood here. Oh man, did I leave anything off? All right, let's take a look and see how it turned out. I mean, it's better than the factory one. The factory one it was a fabric. I think I had, yeah, like kind of, it was like this stuff right here. See that? This stuff is like suede. This stuff is like this fabric. This is what the other material was. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like this. You two can do these things. This is a look how that thing is tight. This wasn't that hard a project. What? Got a hawk up there. What you looking for? You better not be looking for my duck. Huh? You better get on out of here. All right, I mean, that looks good. That is tight. No sags in it whatsoever. Whew. That'll last me years down the road. Still got to get this lower seat cover. I'll get that. And tomorrow we're going to reupholster the bucket seats and get them back in here. All right, that's going to be it on this episode of Fixing Things with Pastor Bill. Hey, if you like this video, like and subscribe. This is my dually. That's the me-haul truck. This has been my pride and joy for many, many years. And it's time it gets a little loving. You know, it's a 1999. I don't like new vehicles. New vehicles is trouble. New vehicles is, you know, emission codes and garbage like that. This truck, I don't drive it that much. I keep the battery plugged in. But it needs some loving. Your vehicles need some loving too. This headliner project, you can do this. You can do this. You can. This is a big one. This is a big dually truck, right? And on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say this is it's a 5. It's not that bad. A couple of the tricky things is making sure when you spray your glue that you have your liner not cockeyed when you start to put it down, because you may run out of material by the time you get to the other end. This is a good one. This is a good one right here. Hey, God bless each and every one of you. Remember, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This is, did you see that thing? That thing looked awesome. I can't believe it. Man, I was so close to just saying, hey, I'm just gonna fix it. Just peel it back a little bit, put a little bit of spray glue on it. You know, I already had it all the way out. I'm so glad. That thing looks beautiful. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one of Fixing Things. Yeah, we're going to be working on the front seats for this one. And maybe before I finish the video, I'll get the other seat bottom in for the rear. God bless you. I'll see you on the next episode of Fixing Things. Man, that thing turned out good. I can't believe it. That thing's just good. Man.